right, thank you for joining us on today's Crowley Connect. I have the pleasure of welcoming two important advocates for our Milwaukee County Parks. They are leaders pushing to bring resources, enhance access, and helping toward a vision of becoming the healthiest county in the state of Wisconsin. So let's welcome the Executive Director of the Milwaukee Parks Foundation, Becky Stoner, and the Foundation's Director of Strategic Partnerships, Adam Carr. Welcome to you both.
Yes, thank you so much for having us, County Executive. From one park lover to a next, we're really excited to be here.
Absolutely. Appreciate it.
Not a problem. So I have to start with this. So at the end of each Crowley Connect, I get the opportunity to ask all of our guests to tell me their favorite thing, particularly about Milwaukee County. And I have to tell you both, overwhelmingly, the answer have always been about our parks. So the way I want to begin is I want you all to just let's do something different today. And I want to hear about your love for our parks and tell me your park story. But also, in your opinion, what makes our park system so great within Milwaukee County?
Yeah, well, I think I have a million different answers to this question. But the one that I was thinking about today, so as the weather's getting warmer, I always start thinking about pools. And I grew up like a total pool kid. My mom had 4 kids. So it was like, here, go play in the pool. Here's some toys. And she like got to lay out and like breathe for a second. And now I have a daughter of my own, and we love going to the Schultz Aquatic Center. And so as soon as it's warm enough to do so, you better believe I'm going to throw her in a swimsuit and go to the Schultz Aquatic Center. And I think one of my favorite things about the park system is it is so vast. I mean, we have 15,000 acres of parks and natural areas and amenities that it feels like even now, after I've been in this job for 2 years, I'm still discovering things that are part of our park system. And I'm sitting right here in the King Community Center where our office is located. Until I started in this role, I didn't know that we had community centers, the King and Kazi, as part of our park system. And it's amazing.
That's awesome. What about you, Adam?
Yeah, I like many people who grew up in Milwaukee or the county of Milwaukee. Parks were an integral part of growing up for me. So going on hikes with my family, and now that I have my own 2-year-old daughter, the first thing, some of my earliest memories of her kind of waking up into the world were in our parks. The closest park to us is Clark Square Park and Mitchell Park, and we're frequenters of the domes. Our daughter loves being in the domes, and I want to tell you something else that makes our park system so great that I've seen from my position at the Parks Foundation. I've done a lot of work with different folks around the city, and when I started this position and started seeking who's invested in our parks, really no matter where you are in the county, and especially where we focus in North and South Side neighborhoods, there is an abundance of care, concern for our parks, because they really are. I've heard the county executive say this before. They are the beating heart of our neighborhoods. And there are folks that are invested out there, even though the budget is tight. And I think that's a really critical thing to know, is that our neighbors care about our parks, even when our resources can't meet them. And I think that's the challenge we have as the Parks Foundation and as the county.
Absolutely. And just like you all, I was raised in Milwaukee County Parks. I think about, growing up near Moody Park or going to Tippentine or Johnson Park, in my own neighborhoods. And also, like, just like you were saying, Becky, like my daughter's now having that opportunity to enjoy our neighborhood park. We love Nash Park. And you're right, Adam. I am a true believer that they are the beating heart of our community, that we need our parks. And I personally just feel like when we achieve our vision of becoming the healthiest county in the state, it will be in large part because of the access and the impact that our parks have on everyone across the county. And so, Becky, can you tell me what's on the horizon for the Milwaukee Parks Foundation, and how can Milwaukee County residents, families, organizations, nonprofits, or for-profits get involved in supporting the foundation?
For sure. I think one word that comes to mind when I think about the future, and it's not a super fun word, but I'll use the word focus. So the county parks department is going through, as you know, county executive, a strategic planning process right now. And I think we have this reality where we have limited resources, And we have a number of parks that have seen continued disinvestment because of systems of oppression. So if we're going to get serious about equity and health and wellness and health equity, we need to start really, really doubling down and investing in parks that have seen the most disinvestment. So that's where we're focusing at the Milwaukee Parks Foundation. That's where we're really directing our attention and resources and energies. And that's where we're going to continue to, as we move forward, focus, to use my boring word. But and there's a lot of different ways that folks can get involved. And one of the things I love about Adam's work, and I'll kick it to you next to say a few things about this, Adam, is he's thinking about engagement in parks as a ladder, right? And rung one of the ladder is go to your park, enjoy your park, like take a walk around. Rung two is like maybe you're joining your local friends group as part of the Park People, our partner organization. Rung three is, okay, maybe you're calling your county supervisor because you've noticed some stuff in your park. And, there's just so many different opportunities to get engaged. And specifically with the Parks Foundation, I'm going to say we always need support. We always need financial resources. So you can make a donation that's meaningful to you. We've got volunteer opportunities. We've got tons of programming going on that you can find on our homepage at MilwaukeeParksFoundation.org. And then, just love to hear from you, Adam, like all the different partnership stuff you're working on.
Yeah, so we did our first request for proposals recently. We did a thing called the Sprouts Fund, where basically we put out a call and said, what would you do in a park with $500 to $10,000? This is the first time we'd ever done it. We're a young foundation founded in 2019, and we got over 60 applications, over $500,000 in requests, and we have $40,000 to distribute. The reason I mentioned that is that there were, as I was reading through the applications, they were throughout our county, the ideas were creative and interesting, and I thought, man, I would love to fund every single one of these ideas. We can't, but for me, what excites me about that, even though I don't want to say no to anyone, is that there's all this energy, there's these ideas, and they're neighbors envisioning how parks can play critical roles in their communities. And I think very much alongside the vision that you have, County Executive, every idea would promote health care in the community, but also there's a remarkable way in which our parks can play a role in racial equity, especially in our county where we struggle with that. So I think the parks really are, the more we invest in them, I think the better off we are as a county towards the goal we all want to get to, which is a better life for all the families living, for all of our neighbors.
Absolutely. And I really appreciate what you're doing to really engage our parks. And I know we've been doing the same thing. And I can tell you that I'm really looking forward to a lot of different things happening in our parks. I know we're going to have a new slate of events and activities, particularly for this year's Healthy County Challenge. And for everyone who's viewing, let this be an open invitation to join us this spring and summer. So please come out, enjoy, and activate our parks. This is the way that we get people moving, thinking about their mental as well as their physical health, but also creating safety in our community. So, so let's close this episode with a different but very, I would say, a pertinent question. And that is, what is one place, particularly in our county parks, that you believe that every Milwaukee County resident should visit this summer?
I can start. So I would say that the park that I sort of hadn't been to before I started this role was Pulaski Park. And what a gorgeous park filled with natural areas. And to your point, County Executive, the Healthy County Challenge kicks off on May 13th in Pulaski Park. Is that right, Adam? Am I getting that right?
That's right. That's
Yes.
correct.
So the very first event of the Healthy County Challenge, I'm so excited for. We're going to be doing a sound bath. We're going to be doing yoga. We're going to be just like making space for like wellness and just a moment to relax in Pulaski Park. And so if you haven't been to Pulaski Park, I really, really recommend you join us at that event on May 13th.
And what about you, Adam?
I'm going to give you two. So what I would suggest to everyone, and actually I know that within the three people in this space right now, we all go to our local park on a frequent basis. I'm going to ask anyone watching this, you can support the parks by going to the park nearest your home on a regular basis. Go there after work with your family, just go there to clear your mind and go on a walk. Take your headphones out and just listen to the birds. And then I'm going to give you a second challenge, which is to take the list of 150 plus parks, which is a staggering number, and throw a dart. Pick one. Sometimes my daughter and I will go down and drive, and I'll go to a park I'd never been to before, and we'll have the time of our life in a neighborhood that we hadn't been in before, or we don't frequent. So I would suggest get to know the park that's closest to you, but also get out of the path that you have, the patterns that you have. Pick a park you've never heard of before and just take a chance and go there. I guarantee you, with every park I've ever been to in our county park system is a treat. So those are my two challenges: the one nearest you, and then one just that you pick at random.
All right. Well, I'm going to make sure that I get my Milwaukee County Parks maps and my darts ready. I think that'll be a fun activity for my family and me. And so, Becky, Adam, thank you for all that you do, all the work that you're doing on behalf of all of Milwaukee County residents. We truly appreciate the Milwaukee Parks Foundation and all your work. We wouldn't be able to do a lot of this work or any of this work without you. But also, I just want to say thank you to all of our viewers as well. Until the next time on the Crowley Connect, we will see you soon. But please don't forget to hit subscribe and also subscribe to the Crowley Connect newsletter. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you until the next time.